All right, let's do this damn thing. Welcome to the playoff edition. It's NFL Week 15. It's also the COVID edition of Dear Mr. Fantasy, presented by the fine folks of Miller Lite. I'm one of your hosts, Ben Mintz, joined as always by Stephen Shea. Mr. Shea, this one's going to get pretty wild. How are you?
This is going to be a great fantasy playoffs. We're here, but not all the way because people are getting put on the COVID list left and right. The latest being Ravens quarterback Jimmy Smith. So now the Ravens are down their top 3 corners from the start of the season, with obviously Marcus Peters getting hurt preseason, Marlon Humphrey getting hurt, and now Jimmy Smith. They're going against Aaron Rodgers, the reigning MVP. Crazy matchups today. We want to thank our friends at Miller Lite for sponsoring it. Miller Lite, the absolute reigning champion of light beers. 96 calories, only 3.2 grams of carbs per 12 ounces. They make all this possible. So shout out to Miller Lite. You can get Miller Lite anywhere. Grocery store, beer place, liquor store, anywhere. Or if you want to get it delivered right to you, go to millerlite.com/fantasy. Just get it delivered right to you at your place while you're watching your favorite players score Miller times all day. Shout out Alex Krebs. Reminder to like the stream. I'm waiting for the official stream to come out on
the main account too. I am too.
All right, well, let's jump into it.
All right, well, while waiting on that, let's hit a few things. Mr. Shea.
It's on Dear Mr. Fantasy, so I'll just retweet it from there.
Okay, it's on where?
Dear Mr. Fantasy, on Fantasy Football Factory.
Okay, I'm gonna get that too. I'm hoping the main account will get it as well. All right, first before we get into fantasy, it's very hard for me to talk smack about the Saints-Bucks Sunday night game tonight, but still got to remind you the Saints are 6-1 in the last 7, and that's about where it starts and ends as far as my confidence.
That's a regular season count, right?
The regular season does count, yes.
I think no, I'm saying, but that's only regular season.
No, that counts the playoff games. That's
really?
6-1 is like slanted because I'm like skipping the first game when Fitzpatrick went out.
Right.
So you could say 6-2 if you wanted. But regardless, no Sean Payton tonight. I know the Bucs kind of looking to clinch the division. It's going to be. I'm trying to invent ways for optimism.
We got a fun Fantasy Football Factory parlay coming out for that tonight. I'll have some great data to back up the numbers. I expect the Bucs to roll. Antonio Brown's coming back after this game. Let's get into these questions. People are dying to know who to start, who to sit today. We got a lot going on. All right. Let's start with Alex Perry. Pick 2 RBs in PPR. Mixon or both Denver running backs, so Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. Schefter just tweeting it, or Field Yates tweeting out the officially active, inactive list. So James Conner officially active, Chase Edmonds back active, Tony Pollard active, DJ Moore is going to be active, Zach Ertz and Rex Burkhead officially inactive, Emmanuel Sanders, Zach Moss, and then Ty Johnson. So this doesn't affect necessarily this game. I know it was tweeted out that both Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams were expected to play despite being questionable. It's dicey with those guys. Mixon's so hot, and I know that he had the fumble against the Chargers, and things didn't quite get going there, and he's kind of been banged up. But before that, he was one of the hottest running backs in the league. I don't think you can bench Mixon for a guy in a timeshare like that. So I'm going to go with Mixon. And I love the upside of Javonte Williams. I just do.
He's going to go to Javonte had a knee stuff this week, but he practiced Friday. They were worried about it, but he was a full practice Friday, so it should be good.
Yep, and then Gordon's got the thumb. So I would go with Javonte Williams and Joe Mixon, Alex.
I like it. All right, let's get into what happened last night. Best show in the MFing game. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Mr. Shea does too. I know that. Which RBs does he start? Darrell Henderson, Miles Sanders, or Rashard Penny? Went 0 RB and made playoffs in all 3. Hashtag thank you, Shea.
Let's go.
So Henderson is looking like now that the game's back up to Tuesday, he's going to be off the COVID list, which makes me lean him. The Penny, it's just so weird with the Seattle thing. It's like who are you going to rely on?
And Penny's been good the past few weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, he looks good.
Really good.
And then Miles Sanders at home against the football team. I'm leaning Henderson and Penny here, but the guy thanked you, Shea, so I'm going to let you chime in too.
So here's a theme that we're going to get into. Yes, like guys on the COVID list, if you have a guy that is going to play on Tuesday, the risk is inherently there just because, especially if they're, either on or off the COVID list. If they're not on the COVID list and instead of like expected to come off, it's almost riskier because you don't know in like one, false positive even could trigger them being out despite being like fully healthy. Whereas if they were on the COVID list and are expected to come off, it means they've already had a series of negative tests. So I would rather start a guy that I know the game is happening today than like someone on if it's like somewhat equal, than someone on the rescheduled Monday game, the Browns Raiders game, or either of the Tuesday games.
Well, the thing is Sanders and Penny are both on Tuesday.
Yeah. Henderson as well.
All three of these are on Tuesday.
Yeah. Ugh, I hate that because, like, what happens? They can't really push it anymore. Did we do one Wednesday game last year? I think
we did one. The Steelers-Ravens was a Wednesday, but this is one of those things, man. I hate to even say this, but like, how can we really even answer this till Tuesday?
Yeah. Let's assume everything's going to happen normally, and all these guys will play. Jordan Howard is coming back. I think that's an underrated, not talked about enough. He could eat into the share of Miles Sanders carries. I think Rashad Penny, you have to start. Sony Michel's been really good in Henderson's absence, so I don't know that it's going to go back to like fully Henderson being the guy. Penny's definitely a start.
There's going to be a lot of these today, I think.
I would say Henderson just because I expect the Rams to kind of handle their business, and they're just going to take the air out of the football in the second half.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But the main account tweeted, by the way, Shay, if you need to.
Okay, great.
Retweet. I've got a personal question, too. So I'm seeing some David Johnson questions. So this Houston's at Jacksonville. David Johnson's off the COVID list. I am in an extremely embarrassing, desperate spot in my playoff league, and it's Mike Davis. Well, I'm looking great, though. Dude, I had Mahomes and Henry. I'm looking great.
Okay.
Mike Davis at San Fran or David Johnson at Jacksonville, and I know it's not good.
Mike Davis.
Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking, too, because it's like, how can you rely on this Houston offense?
The upside for David Johnson is, like, realistically, he's going to get you 5 to 7 points. Mike Davis at least can get it in the end zone.
Catch a pass.
And he's going to get those carries because Cordell Patterson, I mean, they're using him all over the place. But Mike Davis is getting worked in a little bit more. And I know they're trying to keep Cordell Patterson at least on not a pitch count, but they're definitely monitoring his touches.
Okay, that's it. Final answer, Mike Davis. All right, let's get to our other people's questions. I'm sorry to waste y'all's time with mine. I got my own problems.
Let's see. From Dan, need a replacement for Lamar. Jimmy G, Fields, Huntley, Tannehill, Burrow. No for Huntley. I think that the Packers are going to blow the doors off the Ravens. Tannehill, you can't start based on his weapons. Burrow, maybe. He's got the pick. He hasn't been as good lately.
Yeah, I'd still go Burrow here, though, I think. I know Denver doesn't have a bad D, though. Denver's a good D. But still, I think Burrow threw 2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah. I don't know. I love Justin Fields.
Then go with it, man. That's you answer. I ain't telling you how to answer your question.
I think prime time Justin Fields, based on his rushing floor, if he throws for 225 yards, 1 touchdown, and he runs the ball like we expect him to, I think he's like a fairly safe play. The only his poor game came when he got very injured and got taken out of the game early, but he's like a steady guy that you can count on. Burrow, it's close. I can see certainly the argument for Burrow. I'd put it between Burrow and Fields, and I always go with a little bit safer play. Burrow's been kind of up and down. I'm going to go with Fields.
I will say this. This is a game historically the Vikings lose a lot. Monday night, Cousins at Chicago. I've seen them lose this Chicago game a bunch of times on the road.
Yep.
All right, let's keep it rolling. From Jason Schaefer, no other way to start a Sunday than with an FFF pod. 1 point PPR. You pick 2. James Conner, who has just announced is going. Devontae Freeman, DJ Moore, or Chase Edmonds. I'm not starting. Hear me loud and clear. Let me be as abundantly clear of anything as possible. If you have anybody on the Carolina Panthers offense, you keep their ass not just on the bench, behind the bench, freezing. They will not do anything at Buffalo today. This is one of the worst matchups I've ever seen. Sean McDermott, former Panthers DC, used to be there with Cam. Carolina, no McCaffrey. Cam's playing like crap. They switched OCs. Buffalo's in a bounce-back spot. If I love under 14.5 Carolina points, they're screwed today. So that crashes out DJ Moore. So the debate to me comes down to I'm starting James Conner for sure now that he's active. So it's Devontae Freeman or Chase Edmonds. And it's a full-point PPR. But Edmonds is coming back, but you kind of don't know his role. I'm leaning Freeman here slightly. Do you want to weigh in?
I think that's fine. I
just got to see Edmonds' role before and also the other thing, I think Arizona's been so dominant on the road that I think the game script shouldn't
going
be
for 8-0 today.
Yeah, and they've won every game by at least 10 points, Shay.
Yeah.
So I don't think the game script means them playing from behind, which means Edmonds catching passes.
Yep.
So I'm going – and, dude, Freeman, by the way, he's found – dude, have you seen him run this year? He looks like he's 5 years. Yeah. He looks so slow, like his pop is back.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my answer, Conner and Freeman.
I love this question from Ransom D. Orazio. Miami D or 49ers D? I love the defense questions. That's when you can tell the games matter. It's playoff time. Everyone's overanalyzing these decisions. This is an easy one. Miami D. They're so hot right now. Red hot. They're playing the Jets. Zach Wilson's over-under touchdown passes is 0.5. He's a regular starter. You got to hammer the Dolphins D. They got to be the best starting DST in the game for today. I would think. The Niners, I tell you what, I think the Falcons might win today.
I got Atlanta plus 9.5 on my card. The Niners under Shanahan, when they're like laying a ton of points, they're kind of bad about covering big lines. So, and Atlanta is like really annoying, pesky. Like they're not very good, but like somehow they fight. They're like weird like that.
Yeah, let me take this one more. It's right under this
one.
Go ahead, man. Easy. Raymond, Che, what do you think of a Ronald Jones start with Lenny's ankle bothering him? I do not like it. Leonard Fournette's going to play. He always plays, especially against the Saints. The Saints have a very good run defense. Ronald Jones will certainly get probably 2 to 3 series, maybe 4 series, and he'll get 4 to 8 carries. That's not a fantasy start.
I got a question here from Motive. He said he needs 1.5 point PPR. And, all right, let me see. The question just went down. Hopefully Morty will catch it. But Hunter Renfrow's in the question, and he's easily the answer, and that's it. Last 3 weeks since Waller's been out, targets for Renfrow, 9, 10, 14. End of story. Waller out again this week. Even though that game's not till Tuesday, if it's half point or full point PPR, we're riding Renfrow into the ground right now.
And let me announce here, the Fantasy Football Factory parlay is live. Right. It is Leonard Fournette to score a touchdown. Chris Godwin over 75.5 receiving yards. Bucks minus 2.5. I got the line moved down a lot. And then over under, I'm taking the under. I boosted it from, I think it was 45.5. I got up to 49.5. That's plus 800. Was plus 700.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hope the Saints win, but I like the odds on that point. I got a question. Did you look at the Taysom under rushing yards at all with how good the Bucks?
I thought about it. There were some interesting nuggets in the press conference. So Josh Allen had over 100 rushing yards last week, and they asked Bruce Arians, like, hey, are you worried about Taysom Hill running the ball because Josh Allen had a lot of success? And they're like, well, they're different guys. We essentially, and I'm paraphrasing, like Josh Allen can really throw the ball. So we are really playing the pass. We're not going to play the pass against Taysom Hill.
No, and then also the you look at the Bills with Diggs and Beasley and Dawson Knox versus the current. I know this Marquez Callaway and the ghost of Kenny Stills and Adam Troutman's return are striking a lot of fear in the Bucs' hearts right now. I know it's been a tough week sleeping about that passing game. All right, from the Rambling Man, start one. Christian Kirk. It's Christian Kirk, Van Jefferson, Jeff Wilson, half PPR. Elijah Mitchell is out. So look at the Niners. Expect some Wilson, some Hasty, and some Deebo Samuel Could be running the ball again. His rushing yards, his over-under rushing yards this week are like 36.5, and it's 42.5 receiving. But, I actually really like Kirk in Detroit with DeAndre Hopkins out.
Yeah.
I think he's in a good spot in that game. And it's half-point PPR. I know Van Jefferson came on strong, but he kind of just caught that long ball the other night. I'm actually going to go Kirk here. Do you think I'm crazy?
No, I like that.
I just think that right now, the thing with Arizona, it's going to be Kirk, it's going to be AJ Green, maybe some more Ertz. They're going to kind of spread it out, but I like Kirk in the dome.
This one is from Wico Bosco. As a writer, I cannot endorse that name at all, but
Are you going to answer the question truthfully, or are you going to lie to him?
I will answer the question truthfully, always. Tony Pollard or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Tony Pollard is active today. They're going to monitor his carries. It is a good matchup against the Giants, but the Cowboys are favored by, I think, 11 or 11.5.
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't. We've seen them do this before, but they shouldn't run their hurt back, who they need, much in a game that should be decided fairly early. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm going to go. He's been pretty hot, so especially in PPR or half-point PPR leagues, he's a pretty safe play. So I like Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though I expect the Lions to get their doors blown off.
I think there's garbage time potential here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a question just fly by that had Russell Gage in it, Marty. That was start Russell Gage, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and two other people in half-point PPR. And I was just using, here it is, full-point PPR, Devontae Smith, Russell Gage, Miles Sanders, or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Full-point PPR, I'm going Russell Gage. He's just getting a ton of targets right now in Atlanta since Ridley's been gone. And a look, Gage isn't a guy that's going to necessarily blow you away, but a full-point PPR, he could catch 7 or 8 balls. And so that's why I'm going with him. If this was a half-point PPR, my answer would be different. But full-point PPR, I think Gage is just getting a lot of targets.
I like this one from I Never Studied in High School. Hey, guys, big fan. Need help in a tough spot. Pick 2, Darnell Mooney, Michael Carter, AJ Green, Michael Gallup. It's a tough question.
I'm leaning Carter and Green. I'll just tell you. I think Green's got more value because D-Hop's out. And I don't love Carter, but I think they've announced he's going to get the lead most targets today. But still, they're going to suck, though.
Yeah, no, I think Carter is the easy start going against Miami. He does catch passes. So even if game flow gets out of the run, he's a guy who can still provide value. I'm trying to decide between the other receiver. I don't like Gallup. Dak has not been playing great. Although Gallup has made a few big plays. But for me, it's between AJ Green and Darnell Mooney. Both are very inconsistent. I like the upside of Darnell Mooney. I know that he didn't have a great game last week, and he has been kind of cold. But with Justin Fields at quarterback, he is essentially the number 1 receiver. They're going to pound the run with David Montgomery, and they're going to look over the top with Darnell Mooney. Harrison Smith is a nice player. The Vikings have a good defense, but I think Darnell Mooney could have a big game on Monday night.
Yeah, okay. I don't hate it. And then Allen Robinson's on the COVID list, but that's almost like we said, that's if a bomb goes off in the forest and nobody hears it. Does it really? I think that's a fair comparison. All right. Next up, I've got a question. It's from Jared Glosser. Pick 1: Marquez Valdez, Scantling, Chase Edmonds, or Adam Thielen, half-point PPR. I know Thielen's been banged up. He's trying to come back. I got to go with him of these 3 if he's going to go. He's good in the red zone, too. He might score.
Let's see. From Philip Pacheco. Big Booty Judy, KJ Osborne, or Terry McLaurin, half-point PPR. This is a great question because this is an easy Terry McLaurin, but he's playing on Tuesday and he's coming off of a concussion. So is he going to play? They
said I read a report that he's looking good this morning. I went through all the injuries and they think he's going to go.
It's risky. It's risky. He's so much better than these other guys.
Who's playing quarterback now? That I can't answer.
I mean, he's produced with nobody's at quarterback. Like Taylor Heineke, like Ryan Fitzpatrick, like Kyle Allen, like Alex. Like he produces whoever is throwing the ball. So I'm not super worried about that for Terry McLaurin. His health and the fact that it's on Tuesday gives me a lot of pause. Assuming he is going to play, and if we're hearing reports that he is going to be a safe start for Tuesday, I'm okay leaving him in just because he is so much better than these other guys. As far as KJ Osborne or Jerry Judy up your booty, similar guys. What I don't love with Osborne is he gets some decent targets, but he doesn't haul in a lot of balls. So last week he had the really big touchdown, the deep ball. I think he had 9 targets. I think he had 3 catches. Very big play dependent. So I'd rather go Jerry Judy in that situation.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing too with Osborne is if Thielen's back, that really hurts his value because he was just getting a lot of targets because there was no Thielen. Matthew Lip, full PPR, Mike Evans or Amari Cooper. Look, I always bag on Evans against the Saints and all that stuff, but Evans had a good game, caught a long touchdown in New Orleans on Halloween. Antonio Brown's not there. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I mean, I think you got to roll Evans here. And if anybody's going to say not to, it's going to be me.
Bend the knee. Let's go.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, dude, Cooper's just been erratic with that passing game. It's been.
Yeah, and Dak has been not great recently.
This could be a bounce back game for Dak, though, at the Giants, but I don't know, man. Those division games are weird. I got the Giants plus 11 on my card. I know that they're a mess.
I know. Mike Glennon over half a passing touchdown.
Dude, lay at 11 on the road in a division game. I mean, I might lose, but I mean, I'm not going to be the sucker that's doing that. That's for sure.
I got a nice 15-1 parlay. I might tweet out after this on that game. What else? Let's go. Tony Pollard or Chuba Hubbard, full point PPR. Oof. So I don't either.
I mean, I already told you my stance. If they're on Carolina, they're not playing no matter what. It's just end of story. But that's my
point. But Tony Pollard's going to be on a pitch count.
Yes, that's true too. I mean, I feel like 5 Tony Pollard touches are worth like 15 to 17 Hubbard touches.
Hubbard is not good. That's what happens when you let actually, I shouldn't say this. I mean, this has nothing to do with her gender, but just the fact that she's not a scout. Apparently, the Panthers picked Chuba Hubbard because Matt Rule's wife was like, just pick Chuba.
What up?
Yeah.
That's okay.
So
these draft stories, man, that's that one goes right up there with the time the Jaguars in the 3rd round of the 2011 whatever draft thought their roster was so good that they took the punter Brian Anger 1 pick out of Russell Wilson when they already had Blaine Gabbert on the roster.
Yep. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Tony Pollard because the reasons Mincy said. I do not expect the Panthers to be able to do anything against the Bills today. I think it's an absolute beatdown. I'm going to get on that bet with you under 14.5 points for the Panthers.
It's going to be bad.
I do not like Tony Pollard. So, I mean, to be quite honest, I'd look at under door number 3 to see if there are any available free agents. If Craig Reynolds is out there, I'd rather start Craig Reynolds than these guys.
Yeah, it's not good. Would you rather start Craig Reynolds than Mike Davis, by the way? I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Sorry, I keep asking about myself. I'm being selfish in my big league. All right. So let's go with somebody. Jeff Dingman says lowest scoring team this Sunday. Lions 8-1, Panthers 9-1, Jets 10-1. I mean, dude, Carolina. If Panthers 10-1, if you could find that bet, I mean, damn, dude. Jets are going to struggle too, but dude, 10-1. I'm telling you, this Carolina thing. I know I've been beating this dead horse, but like this is a real thing. I'll go ahead and ask her a fantasy question too. My bad.
This is in the. Oh, is it not in the Barstool Sport? We have highest scoring teams for Sunday only.
I got another one that's good. Garrett Knowles. I love when people ask the quarterback questions and say if it's PPR or not. Like
we do. This is in the Barstool Sportsbook.
Oh, we do? What's
lowest scoring team? Carolina's plus 600. 6-1.
6. Okay, I was gonna say 10-1 seems extreme.
Yeah.
All right. Kirk Cousins or Dak? Cousins at Chicago, Dak at the Giants. I mean, Cousins has definitely been more consistent, especially on the road. But God, the 0-9, the Mr. Monday Night Cousins thing concerns me. But Dak's been struggling. I still think I'm leaning Cousins here slightly, but I'm actually, for like the second or third time, I'm asking you to weigh in because I'm so close on it.
Kirk. Well, actually, hold on. How do you think Kirk's going to do on Monday night?
I don't feel great about it.
So then I'm going Kirk Cousins because
Okay.
you are absolutely so far off from your Kirk Cousins radar. You have no choice.
No, but I mean, this is the game. They've struggled on Monday night, and they've struggled at Chicago. So my instincts would say he's not going to have a good game.
Yep. So I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins.
There you have it.
I like this question from Justin. James Robinson or Aaron Jones? So we're talking about two backs who had, I believe, a combined 9 carries last week. Aaron Jones, I do like the matchup against Baltimore. Baltimore has a good run defense, but I think they're just going to beat the brakes off them. But I think A.J. Dillon gets a majority of those carries. So half-point PPR, though, does make Aaron Jones a little bit more valuable. But James Robinson, coming off the coach being fired who continuously benched him, I think he's going to have a big day. His over-under rushing total?
80.5.
80.5.
It's all that.
Huge. For a guy who had, I believe, 6 yards last week, I think you got to go James Robinson today.
Yeah, I saw that total as well. I like the Jags by 5.5 today, Shay. The line opened at 3.5, and man, you know, I can't even imagine. I don't know that there's going to be an NFL team more fired up to take the field than them without Meyer today. I mean, with everything that happened.
They were favored with Meyer.
It was 3.5 with Meyer, and it went to 5.5 without it. I don't know. I like the Jags are on my card. So there you have it. All right, let's go with here we go. Full point PPR, pick one at flex from Butler 14. Dawson Knox, Devontae Parker, Devin Singletary, or Rashad Penny. Man, this is tough to bet because Knox has been so good. And I like Deontay Parker a lot today, though, man. Without Jalen Waddle, I think he's in a really good spot. His over-under is 58.5 yards in the Barstool Sportsbook. I took a long look at that one and Gesicki over 47.5, and I went with Gesicki as one of my plays without Waddle. But I know Knox has been real hot, so it's a little dicey to bench him, but I really like Parker without Waddle there. Waddle's getting so many targets. And the thing with Devontae Parker the last few years, you never know when he's going to be on the field, but he's been good for a couple of big games a year. And I feel like today could be that day.
I like this question from Chuck Coe. Best fantasy duo, 2 QB limit. Once I moved Hurts off IR, who do I drop for my 3-week playoff starting this week? Jalen Hurts, Taysom Hill, or Russell Wilson, and who do I start this week? You absolutely cannot bench Jalen Hurts because he's a top 10 fantasy quarterback.
He does have a sprained ankle, but they said he's going to go.
It doesn't matter. Like, his rushing floor is so good. They've committed to the run. Hurts is certainly an option. I mean, today, I don't think you can start Taysom Hill today. I think he has a bad game against the Bucs. Russell Wilson's been so up and down, but he has thrown 2 touchdown passes in, I believe, 3 straight games. So, I mean, if I had to pick 2 out of these 3 and you had to drop one, I would drop Taysom Hill.
Yeah, the Taysom, the matchup's tough today, but man, he gets all the fantasy rushing too, though. Last 2 weeks, he's had
11 carries each week, but I mean, do you take him over Russell Wilson?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't love the Hill matchup tonight, but we'll
say you'll take Jalen Hurts over Taysom Hill. Say it.
I mean, no. All right. Let's go with next up. Full PPR. Alex Miller needs help. Pick 3: Brandon Ayuk, Devontae Smith, Michael Gallup, David Montgomery, and Myles Gaskin. Full point PPR. Full PPR. I'm going to go ahead and definitely going to go Devontae Smith because it's full PPR. Ayuk's kind of coming. So if you notice, Shay, with Debo being used in the running game, it's helping Ayuk in the passing game because Debo
mainly it's helping Kittle, but it's helping Ayuk a lot.
Yeah,
too.
but he's still been getting like 5 catches, you know.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to go, if it's PPR, I'm going Ayuk, Devontae Smith. I'm going to go Montgomery. That's my answer. Ayuk, Smith, and Montgomery. Gaskin is a hard guy for me to trust.
Yeah.
He could catch some passes, though. Montgomery won't catch any passes hard. Well, actually, he caught a few last year at week in garbage time. But
yeah, I would not be able to bench David Montgomery.
No.
So you went, Montgomery, Smith, and then Gaskin?
I went Ayuk.
Ayuk, okay.
Ayuk, Smith. I benched Gaskin.
Okay.
Would you go Gaskin or Michael Carter today, by the way? I got somebody DM me that one.
Probably Gaskin.
I said Gaskin, yeah.
Let me see. From Tene Gandhi, Deontay Foreman or KJ Osborne. Similar argument before. Osborne, a lot of targets, not a lot of catches. And with Thielen coming back, his role is going to be a little bit more reduced. So I like Deontay Foreman going against Pittsburgh. His over-under rushing total, I think, is like 50.5. But he's still going to get carries and around the goal line too. So I like Foreman.
Brian Patterson is spamming our chat with full PPR, Saquon or Javonte Williams. Because he's obviously in a tough debate on this one. I'm in a tough debate on it.
I kind of like Saquon today.
I go Saquon too.
Call me crazy, but I'm buying Saquon.
I'm going to go Saquon. Also, I think Saquon could catch the balls.
Yeah.
I mean, Javonte, we love.
I like Saquon like a scary amount today.
Did you like his over-under rushing? Was only like 55.
I took it, 53.5 over.
It's not high.
Yeah.
All right, there it is.
All right, let's see.
Teddy Bednar, I'm going to answer this real quick. Waller, I don't think he's playing on Tuesday. No, I've read that. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. I just wanted to answer that.
Wow, how far behind am I in this chat? We're getting so many comments. This is great.
Yeah, thank y'all all for dude. This Dear Mr. Fantasy is really like we this thing started as just an idea and it's become, something that
it's been awesome. We love doing this.
Yeah.
Bryce Johnson, pick 2, full PPR. Cooper, Gibson, Ayuk must win in the playoffs.
Well, yeah.
I'm hesitant to say. Are we gonna start Brandon Ayuk over Amari Cooper? Antonio Gibson, you gotta start. And
McKissick's gonna be out again too, so Gibson can catch passes.
Yep. I can't do it. I'm going to go you starting Amari Cooper and Antonio Gibson or benching Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk has been okay, but he's inconsistent. Amari Cooper also is that, but especially in a game against the Giants today, division rivalry game, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets loose for a long one. So Amari Cooper and Antonio Gibson. Final answer.
All right. All right, we're back with the Saints shirt. All right.
Also, yes, Barstool Store. Pick up your football shirt. Let people know where you stand, what you want to see on the fieldstore.barstoolsports.com.
I wish the ghost. Too bad Drew Brees isn't playing quarterback today, but what are you going to do? All right. I need help minutes for Bo Montgomery, full PPR, Devontae Smith or Amari Cooper, also Gaskin, A.J. Dillon, or Singletary.
A.J. Dillon is a must start.
Yeah, I was going to say Dillon. I'm leaning Devontae Smith and Dillon here. I don't know, man. Amari Cooper, it's just he could have a good game, but the way things are trending, it hadn't been good.
I'm looking at this. I haven't really seen this feature too much. I know Barstool Sports kind of changed the layout of some things, but they're weekly specials. The favorite for most rushing yards today is James Robinson, which what a world. Football. Oh, shout out Matt Sean. Football shirt came in yesterday. Wearing it now. Let's go. All right, Matt Smith. You ask any question, we will answer it in the next 10 minutes. All right, Alex Shrewsbury, Rashad Penny or Darrell Henderson. Henderson worries me with Michelle. Penny's still unproven. You got to go Penny. He's just hot. They're feeding him. Henderson, you're right with Michelle. Totally valid fears, but you got to ride the hot hand here in Penny. And so I'm rolling with him.
Wyatt Lucia, tail in the FFF parlay. Hope you guys have a safe Christmas. I feel a lot safer now that already I'm out of New York. All right. Hunter Renfrow, Mike Carter, Javonte Williams, full PPR / Carter off. This is Hunter Renfrow or Javonte Williams. And the answer is Hunter Renfrow because it's full PPR. And like I said, last 3 games, target share 9, 10, 14. No Darren Waller means Hunter Renfrow, all the targets. And so full PPR, he's almost like I don't want to say this because I might get flamed, but he's almost like a low. If it's a full PPR, he's almost like a low number 1. He's a high 2 at this point. He's getting that many targets just because the target, only because the PPR thing. But if he's going to catch 8 to 10 balls every game, I mean, damn,
All right, let's see. Here we go. Another Teddy Bednar, Eagles DST versus Washington football team, 49ers DST against Atlanta. I'm rolling with the Eagles. We don't know who's going to be playing quarterback. Is Heineke going to be in? Is Kyle Allen going to be in? Are they going to have to go to a third? I think the Eagles have a pretty good matchup before, even with like Heineke starting. Again, Mincy and I are both kind of on the Falcons, not necessarily to win, but definitely to keep it a close game and maybe cover, maybe win this game. So I think we're both rolling with the Eagles defense, special teams.
Brett, super user question, which we always make sure to answer. Do I flex James Conner, even though he's coming off an ankle injury and Edmonds is back, so he'll share carries, or start Brandon Ayuk? I'm going with Conner and Ayuk here. Is my thought. I just don't know what Edmonds' role is going to be today. I think they're going to play with the lead too, and I think so much of Edmonds is like third down back when they're chunking it. And so I'm going Conner and Ayuk.
Wait, he's asking who to start between those two.
Oh yeah, out of he's asking between Edmonds and Ayuk.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm starting.
No.
You misreading this?
Do I flex James Conner even though he's coming off an ankle injury and Edmonds is back?
Yeah, I'll flex James Conner. You can't bench him. He's going to score touchdowns. Yeah. He's the touchdown thing. He could score 2 or 3 touchdowns against Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yes, I'm rolling with Conner. I'm sorry if I misread your question, Brett, but we do appreciate the question.
Ooh, here we go. Noah Young. Hey, from Ireland. Pick one from the flex, half-point PPR. Chase Claypool, Sony Michel, Darrell Henderson, A.J. Dillon. We're international. Can you believe this? Unbelievable. Shout out Noah. I have Noah. Shout out Anna Buckley, who's with Barstool and living over in Ireland right now. All right, half-point PPR. I mean, for me, A.J. Dillon. I think A.J. Dillon's a really, really good start today. I might take him to lead the league in rushing for this week only. I like A.J. Dillon that much. A.J. Dillon today against Baltimore.
All right, there you have it. Brendan Blackwell, full PPR, loving the show, fellas. Need a big flex play today with Michael Pittman laying an egg last night.
Egg, 1 catch, 7 yards on 5 targets. Egg.
Yeah, I bitched my big playoff thing. I went with Taysom Hill over Wentz, and I'm very.
What did you throw 12 times?
Yeah, dude. Jonathan Taylor though. Dude, his over under was only like 86, dude.
I know.
Turned into just a monster. Anyway, I got off track. All right, Miles Sanders at home against the football team or Michael Carter at the Dolphins. It's full PPR. Controversial answer here, but I'm worried about all the COVID stuff. I think I'm going with Michael Carter because it's full PPR. Am I crazy?
No, I like that.
I just think that I don't know, the Eagles thing's hard to read.
Let's put this one up. Our guy Matt Sean, who bought the shirt. Tight end touchdown prop for everyone. Schultz, Gesicki, and Kittle plus 1365. I kind of like that. Matt Sean.
I like Gesicki a ton. I like Gesicki a ton today without Waddle there.
All right, Matt Sean 13 plus 1365.
Damn, that's a nice. I like that.
I'm riding with this right now,
dude. I think I may ride with that one. That's a good one. I mean, yeah, I like it.
Matt Sean giving out winners on Tier Mr. Fantasy. All right, let's take our final 4. Where are we? Okay. All right, let's do the. Oh wow! Shout out Teddy Bednar. Thanks for the help, boys. Happy holidays. Appreciate that. Have a happy holidays to you as well. All right, from Curtis Morton. Amari Cooper or AJ Green, full point PPR. I had this dilemma a little bit ago. I'm gonna go Amari Cooper.
I am too. It's hard to trust. AJ Green's been playing better this year, but I still don't trust him.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with that. All right, Spencer Fry, big Sunday full point PPR flex. T. Higgins, Javonte Williams, or DK Metcalf. All right, so I said bench DK on the Fantasy Football Factory segment, but I'm actually kind of 180ing it now that Lockett's out with COVID, and I'm not sure. Jalen Ramsey's on the COVID list. He missed Monday. Do you know if he's going to play?
I mean, it's Tuesday, so
I'm just saying that the DK logic was that Ramsey would be locked up on him, and I didn't. And that was that segment was taped before it was announced Lockett was out, so the information changed a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might make me look bad, but like I just did. I thought you see my point where I was going with it, but
yep.
But now if Lockett's out, DK's getting more targets. So full point PPR. I know it's a wait till Tuesday, but I think I'm gonna. Golly, I think and T Higgins has been hot. I think I'm going with DK, but he's been so boom or bust though, man. But he.
All right, Matt Sean, I'm officially riding with that prop. George Kittle, Mike Gesicki, Dalton Schultz score touchdowns plus 15-18 in the Barstool Sportsbook right now. Get it while it is hot. All right. Matt Williams. Thank you, Mr. Matt Sean. Yes, let's all ride with that prop. I love that. All right.
But once you go down, Shay, isn't it like what a rabbit hole all these prop bets are? Like I'm curious because I know how you are and you work hard study. How many hours a week are you looking at this stuff?
Well, the prop bets don't come out until typically Friday morning. Friday night, sometimes Saturday morning. So like the Monday night props aren't out yet. Like I'm gonna go hard on the Vikings Bears with like Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins.
While y'all are here, I want to see y'all's response to this. Would y'all, because Twitter Spaces really took off at Barstool this week, would y'all be Shay? Like I wonder if would y'all be interested in me and Shay running through on Twitter Spaces these props sometime? I think that might be fun.
I think that's a really good idea as far as
like right when they come out, we run through them and analyze what we like, and I think that could be a really good idea as we evolve.
Yeah. All right, let's run through the final two. Smitty 1425. Pick one for flex, full point PPR, Miles Sanders, Julio Jones, or Robbie Anderson. All right, we're going no Panthers today, so Robbie Anderson's off.
I don't know.
Miles Sanders or Julio Jones. I mean, Ryan Tannehill has nobody to throw to except Julio. Again, I mentioned Jordan Howard's coming back, so I like that matchup a little bit less for Miles Sanders. I think you got to go Julio just because the ball's got to go somewhere. Yeah, and it's PPR, so that values Julio over Miles Sanders. So I'm gonna go roll with Julio there.
I wish Godspeed on that one. That's tough. That's a tough one.
All right, Mincy, finish us off here.
All right, Philip Pacheco, Kyle Pitts, or Pat Freiermuth, half point PPR. Close one. I'm going Kyle Pitts. It's close though. I like Pitts. I'm more of a Pitts fan though. I think I actually, like I said, Matt Ryan's played pretty good against the Niners historically in his career, so I'm going to roll with Pitts here. Even though if you need a touchdown, Freiermuth may be more likely to score a touchdown, but I'm going with Kyle Pitts.
I want to take just one more. I like this question right below it. Derek Jefferson, Scorderell or James Conner? Standard scoring, so no PPR, no half point.
Connor's touchdown thing's tough in this game.
Yeah. I mean, Scorderell scores a lot too, but I don't think you can bench James Conner. He's just too hot.
Especially in like the Scorderell, the half point or full point PPR is a lot of his value.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I've previously said we can never bench him. I think this is the second time we'll have to bench him on these questions. James Conner. Best of luck, Derek Jefferson.
Good luck, everybody. I know this is one of the uncharted weeks in fantasy football history with all this COVID and this being playoff time.
Wait, one more. Ryan Ingold is desperate. PPR Gaskin worried about Brown. What's the
Malcolm
gas?
Brown.
Yes, Malcolm Brown. Or wait on Tyler Lockett return, need huge game, and then Goddard or Fant.
I don't think you can wait. I don't think Lockett's going to play.
Yeah, it's so risky because he is on the COVID list.
You could go Lockett. You know what you could do is pick up Swain behind Lockett because Freddie Swain's gotten some targets as their number 3. And if Lockett doesn't go, start him. I mean, that, is like an insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't feel confident about it, but I'm just, throwing the idea out there.
Yeah, assuming you have the roster space to do that, that is a tough one. Yeah, because I expect the Rams to kind of roll over the Seahawks. And then tight ends, Goddard or Fant. Division game, I think it's time for the Eagles to nut up. I think it's a black and blue game, so tight end is going to be a factor. I think Dallas Goedert's going to be the play here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to add. It's a close one. But I do want to add happy holiday.
So, yeah, I would personally go Gaskin over Lockett/Swain.
Okay. I think that's fair. Well, I just want to wish happy holidays to everyone. We are still, I know Shay and I are both, dealing with family stuff and holidays. We're going to do we're going to still do Dear Mr. Fantasy, and the Fantasy Football Pod will be out early Tuesday morning. Shay, let's fire some Twitter spaces at them this week. Just try it. See what, because we saw that really exploded last week at Barstool, and we've kind of talked like we like doing the prop stuff and going over that stuff. So maybe we could shoot for we'll just talk about it. We'll let you know if we decide to do it. But the only change we're doing, Dear Mr. Fantasy is going to be an hour earlier on January 2nd because we're both going to NFL games that day. He's going to Bucks Jets at MetLife, and I'm going to Panthers Saints in New Orleans. But everything else still rolls on, even with the holidays. This is fantasy football playoff and championship time, and we are not going to abandon you now. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Miller Lite for sponsoring us.
Awesome. Good luck to everyone on their bets today and in their playoff matchups. Hopefully, we survive another week.